You're listening to the Chronicles of Living podcast, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. Now let's talk.
Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop on the road of life. You can't stop. You can't stop moving. Keep move. Keep that pace. You switching to gear. Let's go as we climb up the hill. Don't slow down. Pedal a little more. The mind is working. It's in control. Your wheels are turning a little more. Going higher another notch. Keep it steady. Don't watch the clock. Go round. Cycle.
Greetings, my visionary dreamers. This is Adionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from the world, saving you from yourself. Listen to what he's saying.
Learning, always turning later. Cannot stop the time. Always merging into lanes that better suit us as we ride. Switch it up. Switching to gear, let's go. As we climb up the hill, don't slow down. Pedal a little more. The mind is working, it's in control. Your wheels are turning a little more. Going higher another notch. Keep it steady, don't watch the clock. Go round.
That's right, y'all. Y'all gotta keep pedaling more and more. Keep climbing that hill. No matter how hard it seems, how steep it seems. You gotta keep going. Because life is a cycle. It really is. No matter what you're dealing with. You can always start over. For those who are just tuning in, this is Chronicles of Living podcast show. And as I said, this is Adionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from the world, saving you from yourself, pushing you to do the damn thing. And this is the podcast show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. You know us normal folks. Yeah, we just living our life the best we can. And that's what we do. So yeah, today's topic is appreciate yourself, what you have, and know you are blessed. You got to know it, that you're blessed, because you are. And this topic came up when I opened my eyes this morning. I mean, literally, it just popped in my head. I wasn't even, I was just waking up. I wasn't thinking about anything. I just opened my eyes, and this is what God put on my spirit. There's a lot of shows, or I don't know, rather be talk shows, rather be podcasts, rather be Facebook, whatever, live broadcasts that or YouTube channels that ask the viewers, the listeners for topic ideas. I have as well. But what I notice is that I've been really staying in deep meditation and prayer, and God just continues to give me topics that really needs to be addressed. And I'm grateful for that. And I hope that you are all getting good things out of these topics, and that whatever I say out of my mouth to you, that it resonates, because I truly pray before I come on this podcast and I ask God to give me the most valuable words for my listeners that they can take and that will plant some seeds in y'all so that y'all can get a chance to water it for yourself and grow. You know, that's what this podcast show is all about. I just keep it real and talk about some real shit. You know what I mean? So I believe that this topic came to mind because this is the holiday season. And a lot of times people get a little down, they get a little depressed if they're not in the position that they would like to be, because they might want to do more for the holiday time, maybe buy presents or go visit family or things of that nature. And a lot of times, because it's the end of the year, we get to reflect on our lives and kind of look back and see where we were last year, what do we do, and things of that nature. And if we feel like we're not further or we're still not where we want to be, sometimes that can make you lose the appreciation for yourself, for what you have, for, just how much you're blessed. And I'm going to speak for myself right now, just to give you an example. Okay. Everybody that has been following this podcast, you know the journey up to this point. You know that right now I chose to, because my kids they're fine, son's off to college. My daughter's, got her own place and she's doing well. And I figure, okay, my stepson, he's doing his thing. And I figure, it's time for me to get me in order, to learn who I am all over again, learn who I am at this time in this state in my life, learn what is it that I want to do moving forward, what is my purpose, and things of that nature. And in this journey, I had to make different decisions that will cause for I wouldn't say uncomfortable, because I'm comfortable, but not having a space where my kids can just come and just we all be together in like one place. We can be together in this one place, but we're in separate rooms and things of that nature. So, my son decided to go to my aunt's house for his break, and I'm going to see him for Christmas, but I'm so used to us being together. You know what I mean? And I realized yesterday that maybe I had some issues with that. Not in a negative way, but I guess when things start changing in your life and you start to address certain things, other things might come out, whether it be bad or not, just something that you might address. I'll say that. And I felt like, dang, I'm so used to when my son comes home, we'll binge watch our shows and sometimes we might play some games, or, we catch up on a lot of conversation. And even though I'm still going to see him during this break, our time is going to be cut short because of my position, because of my new work and all of that, where before I was more flexible and, pretty much working for myself. So it just made me think. I gave him a call and I just told him, I said, I apologize that this season we're not in a space that it just can be, all of us in privacy and things of that nature. And I also told him that, I apologize that our life went the way it went as far as moving around so much. Some people or some kids want just this home that they could be at and just keep coming back to. But that's not the way my life went. And because that was my son and I was his provider, he had to go along with the ride. So I told him this. I said, while I apologize on one hand, I'm glad on the other hand, because you got a chance to experience life the way no other kid did, unless they are Army kid, because Army kids move around a lot too. But my coworker was an Army kid, and she moved around a lot, and I think that's probably why we get along so good. But just to hear her talk about the experiences that she had growing up and living from place to place, she appreciated it. I mean, I know as kids, when you're young, you might not appreciate it, but as you grow, you realize that you got a chance to see more than that kid that stayed in a house, the same house, pretty much all throughout his school years, and stayed around the same kids, same friends, and things of that nature. So I told him that I'm glad he experienced it, because I truly believe that allowed him to be a more humble individual. He definitely is an out of the box thinker. He definitely gained survival skills. It's a lot of things, a lot of skills that he gained from us moving so much that other kids his age don't have. And that's not a bad thing or a good thing, but it just put him ahead of the game a little bit more when it comes to him turning into a full adult and living on his own. He's going to know how to navigate life like crazy. You know what I mean? He's going to know that he's never stuck. He's going to know that there's always goods out of the thing that doesn't look so good. He's going to know how to look for that blessing that's buried in front of everybody else's eyes. He's going to know all of those things as soon as he gets out of school. So actually, it kind of gave him a shortcut as to how to navigate life, whereas though the average kid just coming out of college or just finishing school and going straight into a job or whatever, it puts him ahead of the curve. And so for me, that's a blessing, because, and for him as well, that is the blessing, because, even though it seems like it was a grim, well, it wasn't grim, we had fun, but I'm just saying, even though because of standards, I'll say that, the standard lifestyle, it doesn't seem like it should have went that way, it's still a blessing because of the fact that he's going to be ahead of the curve. His wisdom is on an adult level now because of all the experience that he had. He realizes now that life is not perfect, but you find what is perfect in the situation. He realizes, so he's not going to be blindsided. So that's when when I talked to him and I said that to him, it allowed me to appreciate myself, appreciate the fact that like I told him, I said, you're 19 now, you're an adult. You can choose to do what you want to do with your time. You know what I mean? You don't need to be up under your mom all the time, because it's always been just me and him. He's never really experienced my family like that, unless, it was a family function or something like that. But he's never really experienced the family outside of me. And so I looked at that, while on one hand, I was like a little bit like, I'm not going to say heartbroken, but just a little like, oh, I'm going to miss my boo-boo for the whole month, even though I'm going to get a chance to see him, but still. On the other hand, I was like, it's good, because he'll get to experience the family as his self, his individual self, and learn who they are. They'll get to learn who he is and things of that nature. So it's good. It's good. And then from that, he can gain more wisdom, more, I say, points of views or whatever, so that it can add to his navigation through life. And that's me. So I just wanted to share that part so you can get on the topic, what I'm trying to display to you today. A lot of people look at what they have and they don't appreciate it. They might think, oh, well, like right now, I'm pretty much in a little room. I mean, not little, but it's big enough to get everything that I need in it. But because I decided to study and work where I study, I'm pretty much kind of like on a college tip, maybe a college dorm like feel. But I appreciate it. I appreciate this space. I'm cozy. I'm comfortable. You know what I mean? And I have some nice new friends that I'm learning new things from, and they're learning things from me. And this is what I'm saying about appreciate and look at the blessings. Some of the people here are from different countries, so we get to talk about their different cultures and different experiences that, living here in America, we didn't experience. So you learning. Even though I'm an adult, I'm still learning. I got a chance to, this past weekend, which was awesome, take advantage of a class on, it wasn't just about yoga. It was about what yoga can do for your body, what it can do for your mind, your spirit, your soul, your chakras. And I'll talk about that later on in another show. But these are all the parts of our body that makes things work. And just learning how we make ourselves sick, those are the things I learned over the weekend. But this is where I live, and I'm learning where I live. That is a awesome exchange. Me and my partner, my work partner, my colleague, we were, even with that, we pretty much our backyard. We took a hike. It's snowing out here. It's beautiful, but we decided to take a little hike, and we were just talking about that, just the experience of being here and learning and working where you can learn at the same time. It's just awesome. It's just such an awesome experience. And we were talking about how, this journey is helping us, our spirit, to grow and helping us to address certain things within us that we probably wouldn't have addressed had we been living in another environment, in a big house with around a bunch of people. Even though we are around a bunch of people, but we're around a bunch of like-minded people. And that's the difference. We all are headed for the same goal, So that makes a big difference. And a lot of times some people look at, like I said, it's the holiday time and I want to give this person something. I want to, why don't you just give somebody the gift of your presence? Your presence. You just showing up. If it's a family member you haven't seen for a while, if it's a family member you haven't heard from in a while, give them a call. If you're a person that don't have family, but you got a neighbor that don't have family, why don't you go knock on their door? I know it sounds strange, it sounds crazy, but this is the thing that we need to do more of. Why don't you ask them, listen, can I come over and cook dinner for you? Or can I buy some dinner, and how about me and you just have Christmas dinner together? You tell me about your family, I tell you about mine, or my friends, or whatever, my cat, my dog, whatever. But take the time and know that just because you might not have family, or you might be in a small place or whatever, you always are blessed. You always are blessed. And even things like going back to, if you want to buy people something. I can remember when I was younger, when I was like, I believe I was in my 20s. When I was young, I used to just play Santa Claus. I always wanted to, we have a big family, and I always wanted to make sure everybody has something, And even though, I hate to say, but Christmas is, it's kind of like a pagan holiday, but I celebrate for the family, just for knowing that this is the time I could see everybody. And so what I did, I went to the dollar store. Sorry, that's my stomach. Y'all know I just ate dinner. I went to the dollar store. This is in my 20s. And this is something that you can do. You don't have it like that. You only got a couple dollars. You got a piggy bank with some change in it. But you just feel like you have to give somebody something. I'm going to give you some alternatives right now. Okay? You could go to the dollar store. I could remember taking and getting 2 wine glasses for somebody, and I went and got some sparkling cider and put it in a little gift bag and some tissue paper around it. And that was for one of my aunts and uncles. And then, they always had the little toys. I made sure all the little kids had toys, and just little stuff like that. Candles, they have candles, and you just put in some tissue paper and put a little note on it. It is not about the cost of the gift. It is about the thought. It's about the thought, y'all. And if people are looking for this big expensive gift and they're not satisfied with a card or with just your presence, with just you showing up, then that's their issue. It's not yours to carry. You do what you can in the way that you can do it, And if they can't appreciate it, you always know what I say. Kick rocks. Keep it moving. You know what I mean? And that's it. You don't have to get down on yourself and think that because you can't do certain things for certain people you would like to at this time, if that's your case, don't get down on yourself. Because regardless, you still are a person that is supposed to be here. You still have your mission, you have your purpose. And if you just go on to a family gathering to be the comedian and make people laugh, put on some music and start a karaoke and spread the joy, start a Soul Train line. Some people don't know about that. But anyway, you can be that person. That's what you can bring to the table. You can bring the laughter, the fun to the gathering. That's priceless. People remember that more. You can go to a store and get a little board game and bring the board game. Little things like that. That is really a gift. That's the gift of laughter and joy. That is something that people will remember. A lot of times people, the gifts that we get or we give, sometimes the next year people can't even remember where that gift is. The kids don't even play with the toys no more. Sometimes they don't play with the toys like a couple weeks after Christmas. So I just want to come on here and tell you, don't beat yourself up. Appreciate yourself. Forgive yourself. How about that? How about you give yourself a gift this year? Give yourself the gift of forgiveness. Give someone else the gift of forgiveness. Forgiveness. Forgive those that you haven't been speaking to if they're supposed to be in your life. Now, there are people that I cut off and they will stay cut off because they're not benefiting my life. And when I say benefiting my life, I don't mean that in a materialistic way. I mean that in a way of once I released them from my life, I felt free. Now, if that's the situation, then remain free, but forgive them in your heart. You know, since I've been here, I've forgiven so many people in my heart. I've released so many people. It's a good feeling. Free yourself this year. Free yourself this holiday. Give yourself that gift where you free yourself. You know what I mean? That's huge. That's huge by itself. Because now, once you give yourself the gift of forgiveness, of your past, what you think you did wrong, what you think, far as mistakes you think you made, and you just say, you know what? It's good. I did that, but I've grown from that. I'm better than I was last year. I'm a better person. I'm on to better things. I have better thoughts in my mind. I'm drawing out a better purpose for my life that can add to other people's lives. Things of that nature, And y'all know I'm about the homework. Y'all know I'm about writing it down. Because when you write it down and you see it on paper, everything becomes so clear to you. Everything really affects you more. It affects your heart more. And that's what we want to do. We want to get to a place that we can enjoy this holiday season with or without the things that we would like to do for people, or give to people, or being able to visit people or not. We want to know that you individually enjoy this season, not just for what it's representing. It's really supposed to represent the birth of Jesus Christ. That's what it's supposed to represent, our Lord and Savior. But everyone get lost in what you gonna get me, or I wonder what she's gonna get me, I wonder what he's gonna buy me, or what should I get him, or what should I get her, or what do I need to get the kids, and the kids want this, and we get caught up in all of that. And then that's when things get a little haywire sometimes, So I'm not going to make this a long one, but that's what I wanted to tell you. Just start appreciating yourself. Start appreciating what you have. If you don't like your house, you plan on moving this year, you plan on being in a new home this year, how about this? Why don't you just rearrange your house? How about change some furniture around? You don't have the money to go buy new furniture. How about change the furniture around? How about you don't have the money? Go to Goodwill. Go get a new piece of furniture. Reupholster some furniture. Go buy some material. Paint a wall. Hang a new picture. Bring some plants in. Something to liven your space and make it feel not so much as new, but like new. There are so many things you can do with what you have that we don't realize because we're so hung up on what we don't have. Meaning if we don't have the money to go buy new furniture or new things, then we get hung up on that. And we forget that, okay, what happened to, arts and craft? How about that? When we were kids and we were in school, we used to make the little cards and the little uh macaroni on a picture, and I can remember that. I don't know about y'all, but I remember making macaroni pictures, taking it to your mom, pasting little macaronis in a design and stuff like that, painting over them. There are so many ways we can be creative and have fun at doing it. So if you have kids and this is a hard time for you, and I guess I'm speaking this way because I'm a single mom, I raised my son by myself, and try to help my daughter the best way I can as well. And it's I've been creative, and I teach my daughter, like, you got to get creative. It's not about going out here and buying all this expensive stuff, because they're growing and they're not going to remember some of this stuff. I can remember some of my gifts. I remember my little easy bake oven, baby alive, Barbie dolls. I remember some of the stuff, but for the most, what I remember the most is my family. My family coming together and just having fun. That was the best gift for me. You know what I'm saying? Memories. That's the best gift for me. So that's what I'm saying. Go out here and make some memories. Even if you don't have family, you don't have friends, if you live in a different state and you can't get home, go out. Go celebrate with strangers. I had a show on strangers a couple of episodes back. Maybe you need to listen to that show, because you don't know. You can bring joy to other people, and that will just lighten up your heart. Do something for somebody else this season. If you're feeling lonely, if you feel like, you're not where you want to be at this time in your life, do something nice for somebody else that is in a worse position that you are. And trust me, you're going to feel good about yourself. That is going to be a memory for you to just take and just hold close to your heart. And it's going to make you smile. Just go out and maybe get somewhere, and rather it's in a mall, you sitting down, food court, whatever, and just say hi to everybody that goes past. Smile at them. Say happy holidays, something nice. God bless you. God give your family favor, whatever. Little stuff like that. Just getting out your house and doing something that you've never done before. If you're feeling down during this season, those are some things that you can do. And trust me, you will feel better about yourself. You'll feel better about your future. You never know what blessings will come back to you. Go, if you want a dog or a cat, go get one from the SPCA. I can remember a couple, I'm going to say maybe 5 Christmas ago. My son and my daughter, they both wanted cats. So what I did was I went to the SPCA. Now, if I could remember correctly, I think it was the day after Christmas that I wound up going. And the funny thing was, they both said what color kitten they wanted. So my son wanted like a Garfield, like orange striped cat, and my daughter was like, I want a white or black cat, and just all white or all black, no color mixture or nothing. So we went on down to the SPCA. Me and my son went. My daughter didn't go because she was with the kids, and it was empty. I asked them, I said, well, do y'all have any kittens? And the lady was like, no, Christmas, they're all gone. But you could go back there and see what we still have left. We do have a couple cats left. Well, lo and behold, we go back there, and what do we see? This multicolored cat She was mixed with like white, black, orange, just that kind of multicolor cat. She was covering 2 kittens. I lied to y'all not. One was all white and one was striped with orange and, just like the Garfield kitten. Both kittens. And I think she had one more kitten. I can't remember, but that's what I zeroed in on because that's what they asked for. And on top of that, they were having a sale. So I wound up getting 2 kittens for the price of one. I paid, if I remember right, $75 to save 2 kittens' lives and bless my kids with what they wanted. Now, that was like a double blessing. I saved the kittens, so, from the shelter where they could be put down if nobody came to get them. And then I was able to give my kids what they wanted for Christmas outside of other things. And it cost me $75 for that gift. Of course I had to go get the litter and, the little toys and all that stuff. But nevertheless, they got that was the main gift that they wanted. And that was, I could have went to like an expensive pet store or whatever like that. But no, I said, we're going to go save one of these pet lives. So things like that. If you have the space for an animal, that's something nice to do. And yeah, I'm not going to make this too long. I just wanted to come on here and encourage you guys and show y'all or give y'all some options and how you can move forward and celebrate in this holiday time and staying happy to the people that's feeling like you're not appreciating who you are right now, the space that you're in right now. Even if you're really down and out and you have no place to live, find the blessing. There's always a blessing. Trust me. I told y'all about, I was in a shelter. I was able to meet other people. The kids got toys. The shelter gave them toys, even though I didn't have small kids. But the point is, even they were blessed in the shelter. So do something like that. If you're by yourself, you don't have family, you don't have friends to celebrate with because maybe you live in a different country and you can't get home or whatever, why don't you go to orphanage or, shelters and bless some folks. Bless some folks there. If you don't have money to buy them gifts, serve some food. Something like that. Anytime we give of ourselves, trust me, you're always going to feel better. I don't care how down you are, how depressed. When you give of yourself to someone else and you put a smile on someone else's face, it really lights your heart up. It really does. I know because I've experienced it on so many different occasions. I've always been a person that give of myself. Sometimes it's intentional. A lot of times it's unintentional. I just meet the opportunity when it comes my way. And it makes me feel good inside that I was able to make somebody else's smile, somebody else's day, or whatever. So go out there, y'all. Do the damn thing in that way. Go put a smile on somebody else's face. Give yourself the gift of forgiveness this year. Give other people the gift of forgiveness, And like I said, if it's somebody that's not going to benefit your life in a positive way, I'm not telling you to go personally. I'm telling you to release them from your heart. Forgive them. You know what I mean? because it's only going to make life better for you. That bitterness that you hold on to when other people do things to you, it only causes sickness. And you don't want to do that to yourself. So, with that being said, I'm going to sign out until Wednesday. And I got to see how Wednesday go, because regardless, if I'm on the road or whatever, I'm still going to come at y'all live. Y'all know the past shows. I still make it happen some kind of way. So until Wednesday, and yes, I didn't play a bunch of music. I told y'all that last show. This is not a every show thing. Is a every now and then thing. Okay. So until Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, make sure y'all download the app in the Google Play Store, Chronicles-of-Livin-podcast, and go check out chronicles-of-livin.com, the blog. Hit me up on social media, whatever. Make sure you hit me up. Let me know if the show helps you. Let me know if it's something you want me to talk about. Let me know if you want to come on the show. You want to share with the listeners. And we'll see what we can do. So this is Adionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from the world, saving you from yourself, saving you from just drowning in some real bull-ish. Go out there, y'all. Spread the love, spread the cheer, spread the joy, and appreciate yourself. Appreciate what you have, and know that you are blessed. I love you guys. I truly, truly do. And love, peace, and hair grease. Thank you for listening to Chronicles of Living, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. And if you are pursuing your dreams, I'm proud of you. Because the best part of life is when you decide to live. To keep up with us, please visit chronicles-of-livin.com. Until next time, this is Adionne, your dream pusher. I love you guys.